In this video, we are going to talk about top 10 places to visit in Israel. So before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. Israel has an astonishingly wide variety of landscapes, peoples, and cultures for such a small country. This country in the Middle East is filled with historic religious sites that are described in the Bible. These sites can be found almost any place you go in the country. You will also come across other archaeological sites that date back thousands of years. Some of them are Roman ruins dating back thousands of years. Israel is home to some of the world's most beautiful beaches, a thriving outdoor recreation sector, and a forward-thinking cultural environment if history isn't your thing. An outline of some of Israel's most popular tourist destinations. Number 10. Nazareth. Because the majority of its inhabitants are Arab citizens of Israel, the city of Nazareth is frequently referred to as the Arab capital of Israel. Nazareth is the largest city in the Galilee region. Because the Bible describes Nazareth as being the house of Joseph and Mary, and hence the home where Jesus spent his youth, it has become a popular destination for Christian pilgrims. The angel Gabriel made his appearance in this ancient city to deliver the news to Mary that she would give birth to Jesus. Nazareth is frequently referred to as the cradle of Christianity due to the events that took place there. The Church of the Annunciation is the largest Catholic church in the Middle East, and it is located in the old city of this city. Spend some time strolling the gorgeous streets and exploring the vibrant local market while you're here. Number 9. Caesarea. Caesarea is both an old and a modern city. Herod the Great established the city in gratitude to Caesar Augustus, who had given it to Herod in the first place. It was the only city in Israel at the time to be controlled by a private business when it did so in the year 1952. The Antiquities Park is the place where you may find ruins from the vast building program that Herod led. Walking around the old city will also lead you to some further remains, and a trip to the Hippodrome will provide you with the opportunity to watch a recreation of ancient horse racing. The new Caesarea is cutting-edge and elegant in its design. It's possible that you'll want to relax in the warm sun on the sandy beaches, hit the links, or check out the yearly jazz festival. Number 8. Ramon Crater. There are 3 erosion craters located in the Negev Desert, with Ramon Crater being the largest of the 3. It is believed that the geological landform began to form millions of years ago, when the water began to recede and leave behind its sediments. A few million more years passed until it eventually turned into the crater that it is today. The brightly colored crater is more than 450 meters, 1,500 feet, deep and approximately 40 kilometers, 25 miles, long. It is surrounded by mountains. The world's largest erosion crater is open to the public, and visitors can drive through it, trek through it, or ride their bikes through it to have a look at the varied topography. Campers might have a good time at a campground that is run by Bedouins. Number 7. Haifa. Haifa, the third largest city in Israel, is popular with tourists because of its ties to another religion, despite the fact that Israel is a Jewish state. This lovely city is situated on the Mediterranean, and the Baha'i World Center, which is home to a shrine dedicated to the Bab as well as some stunning gardens, is the primary draw for visitors. Although Haifa is best known as an industrial and port city, the city is home to a rich cultural scene as well. The Israel Museum of Science, Technology, and Space is the most popular attraction in the country's museum system. In addition, the arts play a vital role in Ein Had, which is home to over 100 artists and craftsmen. There are some beautiful beaches in Haifa, and the area is ideal for surfing and sailing. Number 6. Sea of Galilee. The Dead Sea is the lowest body of water on Earth. The Sea of Galilee is the lowest lake in the world that contains fresh water. The Dead Sea contains salt water and is the lowest body of water on Earth overall. According to legend, Jesus delivered his famous Sermon on the Mount atop a hilltop that overlooked the ocean. Christian visitors who are interested in seeing the site where Jesus is said to have walked on water go to this location. Another attraction is the Jesus Hiking Trail, which spans 65 kilometers, 40 miles, and goes to the locations where Jesus carried out his mission. People travel from all over the world to take part in the ritual of baptism that takes place at the point where the Jordan Lake empties into the Jordan River. Number 5. Tel Aviv. The economic and commercial heart of Israel is located in Tel Aviv, the country's second largest metropolis. However, this does not mean that you shouldn't come here because there is a lot to see and do, particularly if you are interested in the nightlife here. The city of Tel Aviv has a reputation for being a city that never stops partying and never stops moving. Both the National Opera and the Philharmonic Orchestra have their homes in this city. Several studies conducted by travel publications rank the city as one of the top places to visit in Israel. Additionally, the city is well known for its acceptance of LGBT people. It has some of the nicest beaches in the world along the Mediterranean. The city is home to a number of remarkable museums, one of which is called Beth Hatfelsof, and it recounts the history of Jewish oppression over the ages. Number 4. Eilat. Since the time of King Solomon, the city of Eilat, which is located on the coast of the Red Sea, has been operating as a port. Eilat is the city that is located furthest south in Israel. Its arid environment and opulent beaches add to the city's status as a prominent resort destination. It is likely because of the stunning coral reef that is situated here that this area offers some of the best diving in the world. If you go diving, you may anticipate seeing an amazing variety of marine species. Eilat is located on the primary migration route between Europe and Africa, so birdwatching is a popular activity here. Timna Valley Park is home to Solomon's Pillars as well as the world's oldest copper mine. Other attractions include a high-tech family theme park based on the Bible called King City, birdwatching because Eilat is on this route, and the Dead Sea. Number 3. Dead Sea. There's a good reason why the Dead Sea is called that. It has a saltiness that is almost 10 times higher than the ocean, making it an extremely inhospitable environment for anything to grow in. It is also the location with the lowest elevation on land, measuring 400 meters, 1,400 feet, below sea level. The salt and minerals that come from the water there have been utilized in cosmetics for thousands of years. Both the water and the mud from the Dead Sea have been shown to have significant medical benefits, including the ability to put chronic skin disorders and joint issues into remission. Every 5-star hotel that runs down the coast has a health spa, and these spas are typically completely booked months in advance. Number 2. Masada. At the conclusion of the First Jewish-Roman War, the Jewish stronghold of Masada, which is located on a high plateau in southern Israel and overlooks the Dead Sea, was the final Jewish stronghold to fall to the Romans. Herod the Great is credited with being the one who initially fortified Masada in the late 1st century BC. Jewish Caesarea patriots defeated Roman forces and took control of the citadel in the year 66 AD. The Romans launched an assault on the stronghold 7 years later. The 900 Caesarea decided to end their lives in a collective suicide rather than submit to Roman control. One of the most impressive instances of Roman defenses that is still standing, Masada is revered as a symbol of ancient Israel today. For those who don't feel like hiking up the hill on one of the many different trails that are available, there is also a cable car option. Number 1. Jerusalem. Jerusalem, which is considered to be one of the oldest towns in the world, is revered as a holy site by the 3 major global religions of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. The Jebusite tribe was the original inhabitants of Jerusalem, which is located in the Judean mountains at a high elevation. 3,000 years ago, King David of the Israelites conquered the city and made it the capital of his kingdom. Throughout the course of several centuries, the city has been subjected to several sieges, assaults, and captures at the hands of rival political and religious powers. Jerusalem is one of the most beautiful and fascinating cities in the world because many of its historic sites have been beautifully preserved despite the passage of time and the conflict that has taken place there. The Jewish, Christian, Armenian, and Muslim quarters make up the old city of this ancient city, which is divided into 4 parts. You can worship at the Western Wall, visit the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which is believed by Christians to be the location where Jesus was buried, and take a tour of the Tower of David, which is a medieval stronghold. Here you can walk in the footsteps of Jesus along the Via Dolorosa. The Dome of the Rock and the Al-Aqsa Mosque are 2 more significant structures that can be found on the Temple Mount. The Garden Tomb, Hezekiah's Tunnels, the Jerusalem Botanical Gardens, and the Biblical Zoo are 4 renowned tourist destinations that are located outside of the Old City. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.